tuliamkia kazi.
Inabidi tumejituma. Niambie. Kama inalizika sawa. Niko ndio nimeamka hivi nione nafanya nini sasa.
Okay. Na mama alienda wapi?
Sasa hii tu ndio ametoka kwenda hiyo saidi ya juu. Ameenda shamba sasa hii.
Aenda shamba. Ndio sijawahi kumuona.
Kuna hiyo brace yenye iko karantini hajamaliza. Ndio sasa anaenda lakini nafikiria leo atamaliza. Sasa sijui ni Jumapili aende kupanda.
Jumapili. Kwa jamaa wengine ananisumbua umbwa. Sijui iko wapi ndogo.
Umbwa anataka umbwa? Si basi wacha tu nikwambie basi kesho. Kesho si unakuja kukata nyasi hapa? Sasa kesho basi nitakupea jibu juu kaumbwa kanya kalikuwa hapa. Kuna mtu mwenye alichukua. Wewe tu nitakupea jibu kesho. Sasa asubuhi. Sawa, haina shida, si wewe sasa umeniambia kesho tu nakupea jibu. Haya. Toto, ada chai baba. Chai. Nitolee na ile koti nje. Niliweka huko chini, kichwa yangu iliruka aje hadi nikaacha koti nje. Abukanya mbele yeta keresi biku. Erongo yo koros. Te voma. Wana no koros papa torrenga kien sego to ire bono mambio mate chitiri otageti bono mambio kana cha pack fire. Mimi unatoka kijiji kipi? What? No, I don't do that. I only do relaxing. You see, the problem is that we do relaxing. My people from Africa, the great land, they are missing people. I greet you once again because we can't say that we can't do it unless we believe in ourselves, you see. And every day, every now and then, I'll be there for you and I'll be supporting myself, no matter what you see. That's why I don't trust people. I need to trust humanity. Maybe sometimes, but in the little sense, it becomes hard for me, even for me to share it myself. That's why you always see me, I really don't like doing engagement with people, and even sometimes I can tell you that it's not easy for anybody even to do those. Yeah, I believe that someday itachiba sawa. Mm. No. I don't do that. I do that. Yeah, sometimes I can see that friends are good, but at more options, I don't like them. At more options, most of the time, I don't like them. And that's why you always see me that I really don't like to engage with them. You see, I don't like to engage with them, and most of the time, that's why I always say that even your neighbor, don't trust him, because he will one day will come to swap you out. Another person I can trust is me and myself and my mom. Mm. No, I don't believe that. Who says so? Who says so? Somebody will come to explain to you that the little sense, somebody will tell you that, oh, you be my friend, oh, I will be doing this for you. But in the real sense, don't believe me. Don't believe me and try to believe them. Try to believe them. The moment that you start seeing the what? The true colors of them. That is the moment you start doing what? Start digging your own grave. And that's why I'm always telling you like this, my friend. Be careful with who you are with. Be careful with your neighbor. Be careful with your girlfriend. The thing that we don't believe in now, they will become an history for you. Mm-hmm.
Msichana amebeba mtoto.
Mm. Mm-hmm. We don't do that. Inafanya? Yeah, finally here we are, and finally life gets better. Life gets better whenever we see things and we don't see things. That's how life it is, and that's why I'm telling people, please be careful with who you are engaging with, and also be careful with what you are seeing in this planet. No, I don't do that. I don't do that, my friend. I don't do that. The worst part about this life is that you trust somebody who will come to hate you or who will come to bring you some problems. In the real sense, if you could have worked your own part and if you could have trusted the process, yeah, and that is the moment that most of the people make some scandals. And at the same moment, you need a support. Those friends that you trust that they will come to give you support are the same friends who run away from you. In the little moment, you need to control your emotions, you see. The moment you start controlling your emotions, that is the moment you start understanding yourself. At the same time, you can be able to do something better of your own. In the little sense, my friend, let me tell you something. Every day you have to try. Whenever how hard it is, you have to try. You don't believe that every day will be perfect, because if you are a businessman, there's a day that you need to make profit. You don't understand the market structure, but at the same time, you can understand how the business is moving. You see. So for me, what I can like to advise you is that let's vibe, don't move with the cloud, my friend. Don't move with the people that you think that they don't make sense on you. And sometimes what I can tell you is that whenever you are doing priest, you have to do it perfect. Yeah, even though there's nobody to congratulate you, just believe in yourself. You have to do it perfect, and you have to do it now and then. So whenever you are going to do that thing that you are supposed to do, my friend, you find yourself you are doing it more than you can never believe it. Most of the friends that we have, they are the same friends. When we fell down, that is their moment of joy. That is their moment of joy. They will never tell you that, oh my friend, you did this way, did this bad, and they at the same time that they just need to, you never know the deed they have, because everybody has its own background, and even at the same time they are there just to see how you are doing. They are there just to investigate, you see, at the same hour. But there is something you need to understand in this life. Sometimes, that's why I always like listening from people, what they say. Even if I don't have okay, even sometimes the way somebody behaves on you, the way somebody does his things, you need to read that person. You need to read that person, how he comes on you. Somebody might done himself thinking that he's strong. There are things that we need to consider. There are things which we need to consider. At the same time, at the same point, learn to see somebody's true colors. At the same hour, please, whenever you have a chance to assist somebody, start from home. That is the reality. Please mtengeneze hii, please mtolee hiyo, alafu utengeneze hii, sawa? These things utengeneze vizuri. My people, whenever you have a chance to assist anybody in this life, please don't start from outside because it was your friend, or you start from your girlfriend. It's home. No, always learn to start from home. Assist your brother, because your brother is your own blood. His own blood, my friend. There is no day that your brother will be against you. Even how jealousy will be about you, how successful you are, he will never be jealous about you. But when you begin from home, unity begin from home. Even leadership begin from home, guys, please. So whenever you have a chance to start, even to hire somebody, hire your brother, your sister. That's where charity begins from. Even leadership. If you can't govern from your house, if you can't govern your own wife, your own children, how can you govern other people outside? It's become sad, and sometimes that's why I always tell people, oh my God, you have to see this. You have to see this. That's why I always like to say that even although life becomes sad situation, even although you don't get what the reality is all about, sometimes you need to get people who have brain, people who will tell you something, people who have something on you. You see, people who got something on you, people who are willing to give you the advice, people who are willing to give you the way. You see, at the most cases, people know the way. People, they just want you to suffer. You see, at the same hour, somebody will be able to tell you that, to give you pointers. You see, at the same hour, somebody will be able to give you some pointers. He has a structure of business. You are striving. You see, instead of this person to give you advice on how to do your own business, this person comes once again. The only thing he does for you is that he makes jokes on you. Sometimes you can be having an idea, but you don't know how to begin the business. You see, somebody can be able to, we are people of different categories. You see, there's somebody who can be able to give you the idea. You can be able to start a business. At the same hour, this person, he knows that you are the best in business. You can be able to convince a customer until he buys your goods. Instead of giving you the best structure on how to handle the customers, on how to do this, you see, this person just keep it for himself. You see, keep it for himself. At the end of the day, that's why I always tell people, you are the best in IT. You find somebody in your area that there's somebody who is the best content creator and he is able to do something better. Instead of you cooperating, you see, you start your small group. You see, you start building the things around you so that you can be able to move to the next level. At the same hour, somebody can be able to tell you, oh, I can see that you're doing this. I can see that you're doing this. I can see that if you do this, if you do like this, something will be able to happen. You see, so giving somebody out pointers doesn't need that, this person need to pay you. This person need to do this. this, but you know, like most of the people nowadays, I say I can conclude for myself, and that is the reality what's happening around the world, because most of the ladies go Philo, but when you ask how did he go Philo, you find out he need to sold himself. That is the reality on another part. Or sometimes you have to pay for somebody to give you out pointers, to give you out pointers. At a little sense, you know, you need to do it. You need to be smart, guys. You need to be smart, because today you will assist somebody, and this person will be able to give somebody out the way. You see, you never understand the situation, because nobody is perfect in this life, and nobody will ever tell you the truth. That this need to be done like this. You see, at the same hour, you make jokes on those people who are still begging. You see, they say that you know, once you need something, once you need to make something of your own, you see, you have to try now and then. Every day you have to try, because you believe. The first part is that you believe. You need to do it, so you have to do it. A strong lady will never give up on her children. Only a fool will leave his children because he thinks that this husband cheated on me, so I have to walk away. But in the little sense, even if our life is this, you know, this is a life situation. Everybody finds himself on a condition which is sometimes it becomes hard for you to escape. So you have to do it, to do whatever you have to go with the situation. At the end of the day, you find yourself that you have made a long decision. You see, so at the same hour, in case somebody to, you know, sometimes you need to sit down, ask yourself, yes, I have done this. You know, there are consequences, because there's no way that you'll be knocking somebody and then you think that you don't develop feelings. Even how the first thing, the moment that you approach her, that is the moment that you start developing feelings on her. You see. So for me, what I would like to say that, guys, if you have any situation that you need to, you know, sometimes you have to, not only you yourself, that you need to think of yourself, you see, but sometimes you need to think about others. You need to think about people who are surrounding you. What are they doing? You know, you have the resources, but you don't want to assist your friends. You don't want to assist your friends. You don't need to share your resources. You don't share your ideas. They just keep rotting on your mind, and every day, you know, once you you share the idea, you know, this person might tell you that, oh my God, you have this, let's do like this. You see, let's do like this. You see, so that the idea can be able to accumulate. You know, the moment you share the idea, that is the moment you move to the next level, because this person is able to do this and you have this. You see, once you bring the idea together, there is some additional information that you never knew, Ebun said